Hey coin collectors and treasure hunters! Welcome back to the place where history meets your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into the world of classic American pennies, and our focus is on a coin that might just be sitting in your drawer right now, the Liberty USA 1-cent coin from 1961. Is it just an old penny, or is it a hidden gem worth more than its face value? Let's find out. The 1961 Lincoln cent is part of a legendary series that dates back to 1909, when the U.S. Mint first introduced the Lincoln wheat penny to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. But by 1961, the design had already switched to the famous Lincoln Memorial reverse, introduced in 1959, just 2 years before our star coin of the day. So yes, this 1-cent coin still features President Abraham Lincoln on the front, the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the asterisk. Lincoln Memorial on the back, designed by Frank Gasparo. This coin marked the early years of the Memorial reverse, making it a nostalgic piece from the 1960s, a time of American growth, innovation, and yes, a lot of coins being minted. In 1961, the U.S. Mint produced the Lincoln cent at 2 locations: Philadelphia Mint ***, no mint mark, Denver Mint ***, marked with a small d under the date. Let's talk mintage numbers. Philadelphia, no mint mark ***, over 753 million coins. Denver, d. Mint mark ***, over 1.75 billion coins. That's a lot of pennies, folks. But just because there are many doesn't mean yours isn't valuable. Now let's get down to business. What is a circulated 1961 Liberty penny worth today? If you've got a regular circulated coin, meaning it's been used, has wear, and isn't shiny like new, here's the general market value in 2025 in average circulated condition: 1 to 3 cents in better condition, up to 5 cents average circulated, 1 to 2 cents higher grade circulated, up to 4 cents. So yes, most circulated 1961 pennies won't make you rich. There are some exceptions and rare varieties that collectors go crazy for, especially on the date or lettering, can push values to $10 to $100 plus, depending on severity and condition. Off-center strikes, die cracks ***, or BIE errors, a small I appearing between the B and E in Liberty, can also increase the value significantly. If you've got a 1961 cent with any of these rare errors, it could be worth much more than a penny. If you've got a 1961 penny and want to check its value, inspect for mint mark ***. Is it from Denver, D, or Philadelphia, no mark? Look closely *** for doubling or unusual marks. Check the condition ***. The less wear, the better. Use a magnifying glass or coin microscope for error detection. Never clean your coin. It can actually decrease its value. So what should you do with your 1961 Liberty 1-cent coin? If it's just a regular circulated one, it's a great piece to start or complete your Lincoln Memorial collection. If it has an error, high-grade condition, or is uncirculated, it's definitely worth holding or getting professionally graded. Collectors always love coins from the early Memorial years, especially from the 1960s. So there you have it. The 1961 Liberty USA 1-cent coin might not buy you a car, but it holds history, value, and maybe a small treasure hiding in plain sight. Certainly. Here's the detailed history of the 1961 Liberty USA 1-cent coin, which is actually a Lincoln Memorial cent, not officially called a Liberty cent. The Lincoln cent was first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face. The original design, 1909 to 1958, had Lincoln's portrait, by designer Victor David Brenner, 2 wheat stalks, known as the wheat ears, designed from 1959 onward, to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and the 50th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. The reverse design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial in Washington. D.C.BY 1961, the Lincoln Memorial cent was in its 3rd year of production. Here's what defined the coin ***, same as before. Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the words "I in God we trust" ***, above Liberty, ***, on the left side. Year 1961 ***, on the right shows the Lincoln Memorial, and if you look closely, you can even see Lincoln's statue inside it. United States of America, E pluribus unum, 1 cent. The reverse was designed by Frank Gasparo, who later became chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. The U.S. Mint produced the 1961 cent at 2 main mints: Philadelphia Mint ***, no mint mark, Denver Mint ***, marked with a small d under the date. Total production: Philadelphia, 753, 345, 000 coins. Denver, 1, 753, 266, 700 coins, that's over 2.5 billion pennies in just 1 year. This makes it one of the most common dates in the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, but not without some interesting features. The 1961 penny is made of 95% copper ***, 5% tin and zinc ***. It weighs about 3.11 grams. This copper composition continued until 1982, when pennies were changed to a copper-coated zinc due to rising metal costs. Many collectors refer to it as a Liberty penny, because the word Liberty is boldly printed on the left side of Lincoln's portrait. It's not part of the coin's name officially, but it's a symbolic and patriotic element that ties to the values of the United States. While not rare in circulated condition, the 1961 penny is valued for being part of the early Memorial Cent series, the pre-zinc era of U.S. pennies, a time in history just before major U.S. changes in currency and society, civil rights movement, space race, etc. The 1961 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series. It has historical significance as an early memorial reverse coin. It's widely available, but era coins or those in mint state condition can be valuable. It reflects both American history and the legacy of President Lincoln. If you're holding a 1976 Liberty USA 1-cent coin and wondering, is this worth anything more than a penny? Then you've come to the right place. Let's take a quick look back at the history of the 1976 1-cent coin. This penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which was first introduced in 1959 and ran all the way through 2008. The obverse side features the bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, with the word Liberty and the date 1976. Now here's a fun fact. 1976 was America's bicentennial year, marking 200 years since the Declaration of Independence in 1776. While no special bicentennial cent was issued, the coins from that year are still of interest to collectors because of their historical timing. Features Abraham Lincoln, the word Liberty, and the date 1976. You'll also see the mint mark under the date, either D for Denver or no mark for Philadelphia. Shows the Lincoln Memorial with the words United States of America, 1 cent, and E pluribus unum. Let's talk about how many were made. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark ***, over 4.6 billion coins were struck. Denver Mint, D mint mark ***, over 4.2 billion coins were minted. That's a lot of pennies. Because of such high mintage, most 1976 1-cent coins are very common in circulated condition. So here's the question we all want answered. What is the circulated value of a 1976 Liberty 1-cent coin? In most cases, if your coin is worn from everyday use, its value is exactly 1 cent, its face value. Now let's talk about the exciting stuff, errors and rarities. If you find one of these, your penny could be worth much more. Here are some 1976 penny errors to watch for. Part of the design is missing. Value, $10 to $50 plus. Look for doubling in Liberty or the date. Value, $25 to $100 plus. Error ***. A small die break between the B and E in Liberty. Value, $5 to $15. Always check your coin under magnification. You might have a hidden gem. Thinking of selling your 1976 penny? Here are a few tips. Make sure it's clean, but never clean it harshly. That can reduce its value. Use coin grading guides or apps to estimate the condition. Sell to local coin shops or reputable websites like eBay, Etsy, or coin forums. To sum it up, the 1976 Liberty 1-cent coin is a common but meaningful coin, especially because of its bicentennial connection. In circulated condition, it's usually worth 1 cent, but in uncirculated grades or with rare errors, it can be worth 10, 50, or even 100 times more. So dig through your change jars, check those old piggy banks, and who knows, maybe you're holding a valuable piece of history. Let's take a deep dive into the history behind the 1976 Liberty 1-cent coin, a small coin with a big historical backdrop. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of a symbolic image like Lady Liberty, which had appeared on earlier coinage. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, can be found on some early coins. From 1909 to 1958, the reverse featured 2 wheat stalks, which is why older pennies are often called wheat cents. In 1959, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the U.S. Mint replaced the wheat design with the Lincoln Memorial on the back of the coin. This version, known as the Lincoln Memorial Cent, remained in circulation from 1959 all the way to 2008. Now, Fast forward to 1976, a very special year in American history. It marked 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence, the U.S. bicentennial. During this year, the U.S. Mint released special bicentennial designs for the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins. But the penny and the nickel kept their original designs. Even though the 1976 1-cent coin didn't get a new bicentennial design, collectors still find it historically significant because of its connection to the bicentennial celebrations. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of Lincoln with the word Liberty to the left, the date 1976, and a mint mark, D for Denver, or none for Philadelphia, just under the date. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial Building in Washington, D.C., symbolizing Lincoln's enduring legacy. It's important to note that by 1976, the Lincoln cent was made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, which was the standard composition from 1962 until mid-1982. So, these coins still have solid copper content, making them a bit heavier and more durable than modern zinc cents, and total, billions of 1976 pennies were minted, more than 8.8 billion combined from the Philadelphia and Denver mints. That's why it's such a common coin today, especially in circulated condition. But despite its commonness, the 1976 Liberty penny remains a nostalgic and historically meaningful coin, a link to Lincoln's legacy and a reminder of America's 200th birthday. Liberty USA 1-cent coin from 1980 ***. How much is it really worth today? Could it be hiding in your pocket change or your old drawer? Let's explore the history, design, and real circulated value of this iconic American coin. Stay tuned till the end, you might be surprised. The 1980 Liberty 1-cent coin, more commonly known as the Lincoln cent, is a part of one of the most collected coin series in the world. This penny features the famous image of President Abraham Lincoln, which has been in circulation since 1909, the year marking his 100th birthday. Now, 1980 is an interesting year in the penny's timeline. The United States Mint was still producing pennies primarily from 95% copper and 5% zinc, which makes these coins heavier and more valuable for their metal content than today's pennies. In 1982, just 2 years after this coin was made, the Mint changed the composition to copper-plated zinc to reduce costs. That's why the 1980 penny is considered part of the copper era of coins, and many collectors value these for that reason. Let's talk about the design. On the obverse, front, side, you'll see a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Just above Lincoln's head is the word Liberty, and to the right is the year 1980. You'll also find the mint mark just below the date, which could be a D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, or no mint mark at all if it was made in Philadelphia. On the reverse, back, side, you'll find the famous Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo. If you look closely with a magnifying glass, you might even see the tiny statue of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial, an incredible detail for such a small coin. Also printed on the reverse are the words United States of America, e pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one, and of course, the denomination, 1 cent. Now, let's talk mintage. How many of these coins were made? In total, the U.S. Mint produced billions of 1980 Lincoln cents. Here's the breakdown. Philadelphia, no mint. Mark ***, over 7.4 billion coins. Denver, D mint mark ***, over 5.1 billion coins. San Francisco, S mint mark ***. These were proof coins and not meant for circulation. Around 3.5 million Medias. You can see, the 1980 penny is not rare, but that doesn't mean it's not valuable in some cases. So, how much is your 1980 Liberty 1-cent coin really worth today? In circulated condition, which means coins that have been used in everyday life, with visible wear, the value is generally around 1 cent, but because it's made of 95% copper, its metal value can be higher, around 2 to 3 cents, depending on the current price of copper. However, if your coin is in uncirculated or mint state (MS) condition, the value can increase. These are rare, and can go $4/$50 or more, especially if certified by grading services like PCGS or NGC. And remember, the proof coin from San Francisco, 1980s, in perfect condition can be worth around $2 to $5, or even more if graded. Here are some tips if you want to collect or sell a 1980 Lincoln penny. Copper coins darken over time. A bright red coin is more valuable than a brown or toned one. Look for errors ***. Some 1980 pennies have double die errors, off-center strikes, or misaligned dies. These can be worth $10 to several $100s, depending on rarity. Preserve your coins ***. Store them in coin flips or holders to keep them in the best condition. Even a 1-cent coin can tell a big story and bring real value if you pay attention to the details. So there you have it. The full story behind the 1980 Liberty USA 1-cent coin, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, these coins are a great piece of American history. And who knows? That shiny penny in your pocket might be worth more than just 1 cent. The 1981 Lincoln cent. Stay tuned. You might be holding on to a small piece of numismatic history. The 1981 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln cent, features the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. This iconic design by Victor David Brenner has been in use since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. But what makes 1981 a special year? Well, 1981 marked the final full year that Lincoln cents were struck using 95% copper and 5% zinc. By 1982, the U.S. Mint began transitioning to a cheaper composition, *** zinc with just a thin copper plating *** due to rising copper prices. So, if your 1981 penny is authentic, it's likely one of the last all-copper cents ever minted in large numbers. On the front, you'll find Lincoln's bust, with the word Liberty to his left and the date, 1981, on the right. Just below the date, you may notice a small letter, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or no mint mark, which indicates it was made in Philadelphia. The reverse of the coin features the Lincoln Memorial, a design used from 1959 to 2008. If you look closely, you might even spot tiny details like the statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, an amazing touch for such a small coin. In 1981, over 13 billion Lincoln cents were minted. Here's the breakdown: Philadelphia, no mint mark, ***, 7.49 billion Denver, D, ***, 5.46 billion San Francisco, S, ***, 3.4 million proof coins. Only because of the high mintage, most of these coins are very common in circulation, especially the Philadelphia and Denver issues. However, because they were made of nearly pure copper, each 1981 penny weighs about 3.11 grams, unlike the post-1982 zinc pennies, which are lighter at 2.5 grams. Alright, let's talk money. What is a 1981 Liberty 1 cent coin worth today if it's been in circulation? In average circulated condition, these coins are generally worth 1 to 3 cents due to their copper content. However, collectors do pay more for coins in uncirculated or near-perfect condition, called mint state, MS, grades. And if you have a proof coin from San Francisco, 1981 S, in pristine condition, it could be worth between $2 to $8, and sometimes more if graded. Are there any rare errors from 1981? Absolutely. If you think you have an error coin, get it authenticated by a grading service like PCGS or NGC. It could raise the value significantly, even into the hundreds of dollars. So, what's the bottom line? A 1981 Liberty 1 cent coin may not be worth a fortune, but it's a valuable piece of copper history, especially if kept in excellent condition. Whether you're saving for the copper value, collecting for fun, or hunting for rare errors, this little coin has a big story behind it. So next time you spot a 1981 penny in your change, don't just toss it away. It could be a small treasure hiding in plain sight. 1984 Liberty USA 1 cent coin ***, also known as the Lincoln Memorial penny. So grab your coin jars and let's uncover whether your 1984 penny is just pocket change or a hidden treasure. Let's start with a quick overview. The 1984 Lincoln cent was minted during the Reagan era, right in the middle of America's economic transition. This coin features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, and it has become a staple of everyday American currency. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The 1984 version, like other coins minted from 1959 to 2008, features the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, replacing the original wheat ears designed in 1984. The U.S. Mint produced these coins at two locations: Philadelphia Mint ***, no mint mark, Denver Mint ***, marked with a D. The total mintage was enormous. Philadelphia Mint struck over 8.15 billion coins. Denver Mint struck around 6.57 billion coins. Yes, that's over 14.7 billion 1984 pennies in circulation. That makes it a very common coin in circulated condition. But don't lose hope, because some of them have errors and varieties worth hunting for. Here's what to look for: portrait of Abraham Lincoln, word Liberty, to the left year 1984, to the right mint mark under the year, or blank if from Philadelphia, Lincoln Memorial with tiny statue of Lincoln visible, the words United States of America, and 1 cent, motto E pluribus unum, above the memorial. While most 1984 cents aren't worth much over face value, some rare error coins can bring in big bucks. Let's talk about a few of them. 1984 Double Die Obverse, DDO. The most famous variety for 1984 look for doubling on Lincoln's ear and on the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust in circulated condition. It can be worth $50 to $150, and even more in higher grades depending on the percentage off center. These can be worth $5 to $50 or more. BIE error asterisk a die break between the B and E in Liberty that looks like the letter. And these fun little errors can sell for $5 to $15 asterisk. Now let's talk about the everyday 1984 penny you might find in your pocket or piggy bank. What's it worth? If you think you have a valuable version, grading is key. A coin in MS65 condition or better with a doubling error can be very collectible. Consider sending it to a service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. Here are some real eBay listings and auction results for 1984 1-cent coins with errors. Look at this one, graded MS65 DDO. It sold for over $300. Amazing, right? So, should you start hoarding 1984 pennies? Well, for the average circulated coin, probably not. But if you love the hunt for rare errors or enjoy coin collecting, the 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin is a great piece to examine under magnifier. Remember, the value isn't just in the metal. It's in the story, the errors, and the condition. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Yamara for more awesome coin videos every week. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a coin drop. And tell us in the comments, have you ever found a 1984 DDO penny? Thanks for watching.